Most people think they're struggling with budgeting is because they don't make enough money. But the truth is more deceptive. There is a villain, and it's called financial fog. Financial fog is basically a state of confusion, uncertainty, or lack of clarity regarding personal finances, often leading to reactive and poor decision making. It is systematically draining your bank account while you're asleep. You have been told to cut your morning coffee and cancel Netflix, but that's not the real reason that you're struggling. These 5 budgeting mistakes are the real culprits. And I'm gonna walk you through all the 5 mistakes, but more importantly, give you the exact fix for each one. So let's get right in. Mistake number 1, you have no idea where your money is going. And I don't mean you sort of know or you have a general sense, but what I mean is you cannot tell me the exact dollar amount where your last month's paycheck went. And most people can tell their rent, mortgage, and maybe the car payment, but everything else is just a blur. Now, you can't fix a problem if you can't see it, right? And let's say you're spending $300 on takeaway food, but you think you're spending $100. That's a budget based on assumptions. So you're putting aside, let's say $100 based on your assumptions, but in the first 15 days, you're blowing out that $100 and you're telling yourself budgeting doesn't work for you. The most common blind spots are those subscriptions that you forgot, those daily purchases, those irregular expenses like birthday gifts. These adds up to hundreds of dollars every month. So here's the fix. Track everything for 30 days. Use a Google Sheet, paper, notepad, app, I don't care. Just track every single item for 30 days. And at the end of those 30 days, categorize everything. Add it up. That's your real spending, not what you wish or you thought you're spending, but the real number. That's your actual data. This is your baseline, and you can't build a realistic budget without this. I have few budgeting tools that I use, but it's not necessary that you have to use them. But anyway, I'll put the link down below if you are interested. But you can really use any Google Sheet or piece of paper or an app. But tracking is the most important thing. First 30 days is very important. Do that. That's the fix. All right, mistake number 2 is your budget numbers are completely unrealistic. And to some extent, it's because of the first mistake. This happens because you're not tracking your spending accurately. You are putting unrealistic numbers and also forgetting categories which aren't that frequent, like the car registration payment or the insurance payment, which happens once a year, or dental visit, for example, which is once in 6 months. And when these expenses hits you, you treat them like emergencies and blow up your budget. And here's the fix for this problem. Use that 30 days data that you collected last month. Those numbers are your reality. If you spend $600 on groceries, start your budget at $600. You can optimize that later, but first you need a budget that you can actually follow, right? Then you make a list of every irregular or annual expenses that you can think of, like the car insurance, the car maintenance, birthdays, holidays, all those sort of stuffs. Add them all up, divide it by 12, and build that into your monthly budget. These aren't emergencies, they are predictable costs, and you need to plan for it. And here's a pro tip. Always add 10 to 15% buffer to your categories. Life happens, prices go up, you need breathing space, or you'll feel like you're failing when you're actually doing fine. Mistake number 3, you're trying to save after what's left over. This is the biggest one. You pay all your bills, your needs, your wants, and after whatever is left, then you try saving. But the problem is, there isn't anything left. Money has this magical property of, expanding to fill up the space that's available. If you have $200 extra, you will find a space, you will find a place to spend that extra $200. You will go out and spend that with your friends, or, go buy something that you always wanted to. So you will always find a reason to spend money on useless stuffs. That's how human psychology works. That's not your fault. It's just the psychology playing up. Meanwhile, your savings account is still at 0 and you're struggling to save. So what do you do about it? You're just one car repair or a dental emergency away from credit card debt. And that's another vicious cycle. So the fix is very simple. Pay yourself first. The day your paycheck hits your bank account, without touching it, without seeing it, automatic transfer to a savings account. Treat saving like your most important bill, because it is. If you are starting from 0, even 5% of your paycheck is better than nothing. If you make $3,000 a month, that's $150, and that's $1,800 by the end of the year. That's a good chunk of money as an emergency fund. Set up an automatic transfer right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. The best time to save was 10 years ago. but the next best time is now. So do it now. Mistake number 4, you're not planning for your irregular expenses. Now it's related to mistake number 2, but it deserves its own section. You know, the thing where everything is going right, your budgeting is doing fine, you're paying everything on time, everything is smooth, but then boom, something happens. Some emergency happens. Your car breaks down. You have a dental emergency. Something. And it's a big chunk of money that you need to pay. And you feel like the entire universe is conspiring against you. That's not bad luck. Those expenses were predictable. You know your car requires maintenance. You know you need to go to the dentist. So those were predictable costs, but you didn't include them in your budget. And guess what? It came and bite you. The reason these feels like emergencies is because you're budgeting monthly, but these expenses hits annually or quarterly. So they are invisible in your month-to-month planning. So here's how you fix it. You create a sinking fund. And what's sinking fund? It's just a fancy term for saving small amounts of money monthly for big irregular expenses. Sit down and list every irregular expense that you can think of. Car maintenance and repair, budgets maybe $1,000 a year. That's $83 a month. Car insurance, let's say $800 a year. So that's $67 a month. Gifts and holidays, maybe $3,000 a year. That's $250 a month. Annual subscription, medical, dental, whatever applies to your life, add it all up, divided by 12. And build that into your monthly budget. Put that money in a separate savings account if you can, or at least track it separately. Now, next time when the insurance is due, it's not an emergency. You have planned for it and you have the money for it. Your budget survives and you stay on track. And mistake number 5 is probably the most important one, is you give up in your first failure. You will mess up with your budget. You will fail. It won't work in the first time. Remember, budgeting is a skill. You improve with time. You're not expected to nail it on the first go, right? So you try different things. You get better at it. Just like any other skill. The first budget is supposed to be wrong. It's a draft. You're just starting. So don't stress about being perfect in the first go. You know, give yourself some time, give yourself some room to improve. You will optimize and you will get better at it. So a lot of time people start and then fail the first time. They just stop completely and they just say, you know, budgeting is not for me. It's not working for me. I probably am better off doing without it. And you're stuck where you're always been. Progress over perfection. That's the rule. That's the only rule. A messy budget that you're actually using is infinitely better than a perfect budget that you give up on. Give yourself permission to be bad at first, but don't give yourself permission to quit. All right, so let's have a quick recap. First, track your actual spending for 30 days. Second, set realistic budget categories based on reality, not wishful thinking. Number 3, pay yourself first and automate your savings. Number 4, plan for irregular expenses with sinking fund. And 5, keep going when you mess up, because you will mess up. And here's one thing you can do. Out of all the lists, you don't have to do everything at one go. I'm not telling you to do everything. Just pick one, the simplest thing that you think you can fix it immediately. Take that. Maybe you start automate the savings, or maybe you want to categorize your spendings. Just pick one from those 5 and start it now. Just after this video, start doing it now. Not tomorrow, but now. And if this video helped you in any way, give it a thumbs up, share with someone who really needs this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.